All right, so it's Saturday, August 22nd, I believe. And as you can see, we got the Mach 1 loaded up without the engine in it. So today, after I get off work, where I'm gonna stick the engine in the car, got a transmission in the back of the truck. We're gonna stick it all together. Hopefully the header's clear. We're gonna try to make this happen today. So stay tuned, we'll see what we can do. Looks like the headers are going to clear. All right, so here's some progress for tonight. Worked this afternoon till about 2 o'clock, and then started getting the motor out of front of the assembly room there. Rolled it over here. Let me show you what we got here. We got the 4.6 built badass engine from Fastlane Motorsports. Melvin Skinner put this bad boy together. It has a new Cobra iron block, new Cobra steel crank. When I say new, it's a new Cobra, a legit Cobra crank, not no aftermarket. It has a set of real Oliver billet rods. It has a set of diamond, pretty much flat top pistons, a 5cc dish on them. Comes out to be 10-to-1 compression. It's got foul fit rings, it's got nice bearings, the whole 9 yards, brand new chains, tensioners, what you want to know about all that. It's got brand new stainless steel valves in the heads. The heads have been fully ported and polished and worked. Of course, here comes the four-wheeler. All right. It's got a set of L&M cams in it. It's got a set of comp cams, beehive springs. What else is important on this? It's gonna run E85, so with the extra compression, which is 1.5 points more than factory, which is 8.5-to-1, and the cams, this thing should be pretty fast, should run pretty good. I've got my VMP supercharger gonna go on it. It's a little 2.3, but I'm gonna spin it. It's gonna make about 24 to 26 pounds of boost. So I feel like the car is gonna make somewhere about 800 horsepower, maybe through the auto. If it was a manual, probably make a little bit more, but that's okay. Behind it is my 6R80 full billet planetaries, billet shafts, whole thing. You saw this in the TTSaleen. Last time you saw it, I went a 580 because I broke the shaft in it. I actually have that now fixed. Another billet shaft is in it. Circle D converter, trans brake, the whole thing. So now it's gonna get down. Kooks long tube headers. What else is important on here? Canton oil pan, Melling billet oil pump, you know, normal stuff. Powder coated valve covers, which I had before. That's pretty much it. So it should be pretty legit. It's got a UPR carbon fiber chromoly K-member. I'm tired. Just got the factory K-member out. I got a brand new set of A-arms with brand new ball joints and all that jazz to go on here. So I'm gonna bolt this up here in just a second. Once it's all bolted up, I got the new A-arms to put on it. Put all the front end back together. I'm gonna load this bad boy up and take it home and finish everything at the house. But I need the lift to get all this going. As you can tell, it's a big job. You can't put the motor in from the top, not easily, at least I can't. So here you go, that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot I got a ATI balance on this thing. The other motor knocked the bearings out of it, don't know why, so we're not taking any chances with the balancing on this bad boy. Everything's brand new. So I hope this car, you're gonna see this car at the racetrack just as much as you saw the black car. I plan for this car to get down and get nasty. So stay tuned, follow along. Hope you like all these crazy videos I'm putting together, but legit, dirty hands, clean money. Enjoy. There you go, motor's in. Couldn't hook up my transmission cross member. I actually got the cross member piece here, but I forgot the pieces that mount to the side of the frame in here. They're still on the black car, so I got to go take those off the black car. So I can actually hook these up in here, support the back of the transmission. So now I got to go get the new A-arms, put them on the K-member so I can hook the struts and the wheels and all up. And that part will be done. So bonehead move on my part. Didn't get the brackets for the cross member. Wasn't even thinking about it. All right, so a quick recap. I put the engine in it last night at Fastlane Motorsports. It's got a 6R80 behind it. I just got to do some final little housekeeping things on it today. I had the cross member brace, but I didn't have the little pieces that attach it to the frame, so I couldn't get it, so I put a strap on it just to get it home. The pieces are still on the black car here, so I got to take those off of here, put them on the Mach, then I can have the cross member actually where it's supposed to be. But here it is. Engine's in it. I got to hook up all the front accessories today, so the air conditioning compressor, power steering pump. Then I'll start laying the harness on it, get all the harness where I want it, and then I'll put the supercharger on it. start doing little housekeeping things like that. But there it is, the engine's in it, ready to go. I got the UPR key member with the stock control arm, so I can run my H&R springs, which are the Super Sport springs on it, which are nice, which I like. And then I've got to finish wiring up the Quick 6 controller here, which gives it power and everything. And then it'll be in the home stretch. So there it is. It's getting real close. It's back here at the house where I can work on it. So enjoy the Mach 1 build here. Should be pretty stout. Alright, so what you're looking at here is the 6R80 transmission with a Stifler's mount that adapts it to basically a 94 to 04 body. It has these pieces here that mount to the frame, and these are the ears I didn't have last night, so I put them on today, and now the cross mount here can bolt right up. This is the drive shaft with this special coupler that goes to the back of the transmission, and right out of the black car it actually fits just like a glove, bolted right up, no problem. From here you can see my 3-inch Magnaflow Magna pack exhaust I'm gonna hook up here in a second. But the biggest thing here is to show you, this is the drive shaft, Stifler's cross member. This is the low car shifter. You can see where I drilled my hole on the inside and rubber grommet where the cable comes through, runs up and over here, so it's out the way of the exhaust, and then bolts up here on the side. So, and I ran it through the gear, seems to be real close. Now I'm gonna try to hook up the X pipe. One thing to notice, where the O2s come out, it's gonna be real close here on the shift cable. So I'll probably have to put a plug in here and re-drill and tap where I'm gonna put my O2s, and probably put them back here on the X pipe a little further back over here or something. This one might clear. What I'll have to do is I'll have to get in here and thread one in and see. That one might clear. It'll be real close sticking out to the pan, so I'm not sure if that one's gonna clear or not. But this one definitely is gonna be all in to the side of the shift cable there. So that one's definitely not gonna work, so I'm gonna put a plug in there. Possibly I can just drill and tap the other side of the collector and put it over there, but I don't know, whatever's easier. All right, so recap for today. Got the transmission cross member in. I got the drive shaft in. I got the Kooks X pipe on, so the exhaust is all hooked up. But I did run into a problem. The X pipe, the oxygen sensors on the rear face straight up, and they were pointing right into the cross member, so I can't run the rear O2 sensors. They're disabled anyway, but they stick up too high, so I've got some plugs coming for them. On the driver's side, the O2 sensors, the passenger side looks like it's going to clear. The driver's side is pointing right into the shift mechanism of the transmission, so I don't think that's going to clear. So I might have to get a new bung and weld on the opposite side so I can have my front O2s. But under the car, everything's pretty much hooked up and ready to go. Like I say, the drive shaft fit perfect, the exhaust is perfect, hooked up, the shift cable's hooked up, the harness and all for the transmission is hooked up there. Under hood here, this is where I got to start my work later on in the week. Got to get all the front drive hooked up and ready, AC compressor, power steering, and start putting in the accessory belt and the front drive for the blower and all that, and the alternator. Once I get that ready, then I can drop the radiator back in. And once I get everything wired, put the engine harness back on it, then I can set the supercharger on it. It'll be like one of the last things that I do. What I did find, I'm missing a hose. I've got this MMR head cooling kit. It's this hose that runs between the back of the cylinder heads, and there's a piece that runs out right here. You may not be able to see it, but it's back in here. And it's supposed to have a hose in like this that comes up and over to here. This hose actually hooks to here, and then there's another hose that goes to here, but I'm missing it. So I don't know if it's a fast lane rod. I gotta find it so I can hook it up and then I can start running everything else. But I do have the dipstick. It runs around and it goes to here. So once I get everything else hooked up, I got to change this line that runs over here. That line's kind of deteriorated there for the rubber. And that should be about it.